thank you for stopping by Harp Healthy Advice. It's my pleasure to bring to you the best of the healthy living information I have to give you. Some music, and I have some fun musical comedy for you. And my dream is to turn it into the Laughing in the Face of Cancer tour. I've saved my life twice with natural foods and natural healing methods. At 38, I was dying and in menopause from 16 years of bulimia and all-American habits like cigarettes and coffee and not enough rest, etc. But food addiction kicked my ass and nearly killed me and put me in menopause. I found my way into a magical Eden garden with a man named Patrick McEachern who had built it up, the worms, the nature spirits, the soil. It was just pure magic. And when I got off all the man-made foods, and I only ate what came out of that magical Eden garden, I got well, I came out of menopause, I had a profound spiritual experience which prompted me to write my autobiography, Eating My Way to Heaven, and I birthed my first child, gray-headed at 47, feeling brand new. The second time I saved my life with natural food was at 57, when my lifestyle and my emotions had gone sideways again, and I had a gruesome cancer event on my face, open sores, but then one that became Mount Rushmore on the side of my face, and I didn't go to a doctor, I didn't go into fear, I went back to the garden. I got to the root of the grief and the anger that had caused this cancerous event to take over my life, and I got well. And if you go to my YouTube channel, which is attached to this account, my feature video is a minute long, and it shows you that gruesome cancer bump going down in 90 days in the garden and owning those emotions that got me there. So my dream, after 20 years of healing my own addictions and life-threatening challenges, working with people one-on-one as a life coach, now I want to take that to the stage where I can get to more people, and people that don't even want to hear or aren't signing up to hear about what's going on with our food supply and our health. With a little music and comedy, I can slip in some life-saving information. So my Chantix commercial has been going over really well in the comedy clubs, but I have a new piece of material I need to try out today. I can see I have somebody, my 58-year-old poor vision from here, but I can tell somebody's there. Hi, thanks for showing up. But I have a new rap that I want to try out, so if you won't mind being my guinea pig this morning. One of my passions in life, I was the co-founder of the first sugar detox center in the country. Let me pull this screen up a little so you don't cut off my head so much. I was the co-founder of the first sugar detox center in the country nearly 20 years ago here in Bearden, Oregon. I'm in Portland right now. And we worked with autism, schizophrenia, ADHD, diabetes, you name it. Everybody that got off a diet that was heavy in refined sugar and got back to natural foods had a miraculous experience. So I do a lot of talking about sugar. I am the sugar police. Just put down the chocolate and back away. Nobody needs to get hurt here. But today I want to talk about Twinkies. So I was going to add this shtick to my comedy routine. I've got the Chantix commercial. I've got the sugar song you're going to hear here shortly. And I was going to do this Jeopardy food edition. So these foods will cause you jeopardy if you eat them. But I'm going to sing the ingredients on the harp. See if we can make them sound more lovely with the right music, and then you have to guess the food. So I started researching Twinkies. I'm going to get my ingredient list and start working on my song, and oh my God, there's no way. There's 37 ingredients here. Most of them end in 8 or os, like monodiglycerides or ides, 8s, and oses. We have sodium sterol lactylate and sodium acid pyrophosphate and polysorbates. Yeah, this just doesn't, songwriting just isn't coming to me here. So I'm looking at it, and down towards the end of the 37 items, before we get to the ever delicious yellow dye number 5 and red dye number 40, there is sorbic acid, and in parentheses it says, I can't even say it with a straight face, it says, to retain freshness. Freshness. Now, most of these 37 items were born in a lab before I came out of a womb in 1957. Yeah, I guess, Febreze and Twinkies, first thing you think of is freshness, right? So, but then even funnier or scarier is amongst the 37 items, there are 5 different kinds of sugar. There is corn syrup, sugar, high fructose corn syrup, which is the mutant ninja turtle of all sugars, and we have dextrose and glucose. So 5 sugars in one little Twinkie. 37 items, most of them came from a lab that aren't pronounceable, but that's not even the scary or the deadly part about a Twinkie. The deadly part about a Twinkie is its pH. Our blood chemistry, pH is how we measure acidity or alkalinity, and it's critical to us being alive and our health. So our blood pH has to be 7.365. Maybe you can wiggle a tenth, 7.2, 7.4, but other than that, you start getting very ill and dying. So our little vibrating bag of water here is a 7.365 pH, and it has to be. When we put in a Twinkie, which is a 3.0 pH, you don't have to be a genius to do the math. The whole unit is going to be lower, the pH. So when you eat something like a Twinkie, your body is literally scrambling to keep you alive. And it does not bring enough minerals to the table that it takes to digest it. So you're trying to balance your pH, and meanwhile your body is stealing from your bones, your teeth, and most importantly your sex organs, because you can spare them. You need your heart to keep beating, you need your lungs to keep going, you need most of your brain to keep working. Eventually sugar will eat it and you'll get dementia and Alzheimer's or whatever, but the first thing that goes is our sex organs. And in this country, 50% of all men over 50 have erectile dysfunction. It's not funny. We have to listen to a goddamn commercial about a drug for it every 10 minutes on television with our children. It is a pandemic. And I guarantee you it is directly linked to our overconsumption of sugar. Now, I've been talking about this for 20 years. I've been trying to horrify people out of their mass consumption of sugar, or just even get little information in with a whole lot of resistance. So now I'm going after it with comedy. So, the next time you reach for one of those voodoo donuts, I don't know, who do we have here? Well, I can't tell if that's a female or male based on the tag, but hi, thanks. Next time you reach for a voodoo donut or a Twinkie and you forget that you might need a little later and you might want a little nookie, I have a song for you that might help you remember it more easily than me standing here lecturing for you. Okay, gentlemen, this one's for you. Just a spoonful of sugar makes the erection go down. My erection go down. Erection go down. Just a spoonful of sugar makes your erection go down. And your lover's out the door. Okay? A spoonful of sugar makes the erection go down. I dare you not to remember that. Now, ladies, if you're sitting there all smug thinking this is a guy's problem with the sugar addiction, oh no. We have PMS. I don't anymore, thank you. I'm happily in menopause with no symptoms because I don't do sugar. But yes, it's even more critical for women. Now, I can't, as a professional, I can't tell you, ladies, whether a spoonful of sugar is going to impact your ability to fake an orgasm, but it's definitely going to screw with your ability to conceive. So, ladies, this one's for you. Follow me along here, would you? Just a spoonful of sugar makes my ovaries dry up. Oh, I got excited there. I got all messed up. Sorry, let's try again. You get it, ladies? Ovaries dry up. Just a spoonful of sugar makes my ovaries dry up. My ovaries dry one needs a lot more work. I'm not good at singing and playing the harp at the same time. I've only been playing the harp a couple of months, so it's a whole lot. But you get the point. It's not all that funny. Spoonful of sugar makes my ovaries dry up. So keep that little jingle in your head, because the fertility rate for my son's generation, who's 11, is over 50% of his peers are going to be infertile because of our fast food, GMO, sprayed with pesticides, soaked in hormones kind of lifestyle. So, thank you. I wanted to try out that sugar gag. Obviously, I need a lot more work on playing the song better, but I am hoping to do it in a live club here this weekend and really get the crowd rocking. We got to get off the sugar. And get back in the garden. In the garden. That's where I save my life. And it's not just about getting whole, energized, turned on, mineralized foods in your body. You can get some of that at Whole Foods and New Seasons, some of the Whole Food grocery stores, but the real deal is getting you in the garden. There's an experience there, there's spirit there, there's a living library there, there's nutrition there, there's fresh air there, there's ozone and ions, and it's just more than we can even describe, and you can't pluck it out of a tomato or a broccoli or whatever and put it in a can and get the same experience. So I saved my life by getting back in the garden. What you don't do, getting off all the man-made stuff, the synthetic stuff, the hormones, all of that is even more important. So if you don't have a garden, if you don't have Eden out your backyard, if you live in an apartment like I do right now, then it's really important what you don't do. Stay off all the really man-made processed things. It's still in the package God gave it. It still looks like a cabbage or an apple instead of, something in a box or an apple roll-up, then that's the best place to start. And then you want to get educated about how was it born? Did the soil have any nutrients? Was it sprayed or whatever? But just the closer we get to the ground and the closer we get to natural, the way Eden and nature intended to feed us, the faster we get well. And I've worked with everything from late-stage cancer, MS, diabetes, weight loss, mental health issues, schizophrenics. Everybody gets better on a natural foods diet. And it's just crazy that the hospitals aren't demanding that people clean up their diet and their lifestyle before they cut them open and do something really dangerous that can't be undone. So I am planning the Laughing in the Face of Cancer tour. I want to do songs and comedy and talk on stage to audiences that came for entertainment. Great, I'll entertain you. And in between the songs and the jokes, I'm going to share a little powerful information for you. And I'm calling it the Laughing in the Face of Cancer tour. And I would love to open for a rock band or a big comedian or a big shot singer like Taylor Swift. Their audiences spend a lot of time standing around. They come out, they support, well, let's have them sit in the stadium for an hour before the show and have a fun, comical education about health. That's my dream. And the way I want to attract attention for my cause is to audition for America's Got Talent. I don't think they've ever had a musical comedy harpist on the show. So I'm raising money to get to Los Angeles February 6th. I've signed up for a live audition. I have auditioned online, but they really need to meet me and eat here. So, need a few more dollars to make it to LA. So far there's zero in the pot. And I'm also fundraising for the Laughing in the Face of Cancer tour. So my GoFundMe account is attached to my Laughing in the Face of Cancer blog. My YouTube account, my Facebook account are all hooked to this site. So I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching. I gotta go hit the computer and do some other things, and I'll be back on in an hour or so to broadcast some more great information. You've been listening to Heart Healthy Advice by Denise Martin. Please connect with me on Facebook.